Hello, film friends, friends of film, and everyone in between. Welcome to the Film Folklore Podcast. I am Jed Props, and I am joined today by Collier Production,
Hey guys.
Penny Camera,
Hello.
Heather Ray Costumes,
Hi there.
and Justin Sound.
Yo.
All right. So we're back with another tea time at the Rumor Mill. And today we're going to do something a little different, hopefully a little educational, and I'm sure a little story time and laughs will sneak their way in at some point. And if y'all weren't aware, for whatever reason, maybe it's the first time you're listening to us, we have a website. Oh my God. It's the filmfolklorepodcast.com. We're in the process of updating the site, and one of the cool things we have on there now is a film glossary bank. And I want to give a shout out to Laura, our web designer, for putting it together and getting it started. Thank you, Laura. And you can find it by going to the website, again, filmfolklorepodcast.com, in case you forgot it from seconds ago. And also in case you forgot to bookmark it with your favorites at the top right, Anyway, but if on the website, you'll see in the right side, it says resources. Click resources, and the first thing on the drop-down menu is glossary, and there you go. We're going to be adding to it on a regular basis, including everything we are talking about today, because today I tasked everyone to provide some slang terms from your departments that we can discuss, and we'll add these things to our ever-growing glossary. And let's see how this goes. So
I have a question before we
yep,
go
sure.
further. Okay, so is this going to be run like a Wikipedia page where people can contribute?
Well, I mean, anyone. Now, it's actually, very good question. I should take this opportunity.
In the comments, maybe?
I'll just repeat it at the end. But anyone listening that wants to add something, including international stuff, we'll take other languages as well.
Yes, please.
Email us at
That would be super cool.
filmfolklorepodcast@gmail.com. That's filmfolklorepodcast@gmail.com. And submit whatever you want to us. And if we like it, if it makes sense, if it sounds legit, we will add it to the bank. Collier's in charge of vetting things. That's not true.
I mean, you can also use it as an urban dictionary. I'm not opposed. So
That's so interesting.
But you'll be able to search it. You can
Yeah.
look at it by category. You can look at it by department. You can look at it just in a keyword search. So yeah, I think we're gonna get there, but it's not a far cry for us to have the internet's largest film term bank. So to answer your question, it's not an open contributing, but you can send anything to us, and we can.
So please send us
Yeah.
all of your fun stories and slang terms.
I have a little bit of international here that we'll get to,
Nice.
but yeah. So before we get started, I'm gonna try and put a little flow to this. We're gonna start with Justin and then Penny, sound, camera, and then I did get some editing terms with Sarah's blessing. So maybe we go to that, and then we'll go to production with Collier, and we'll end on Heather Ray and myself because we're cousin departments, I guess.
Yep.
We're cousins. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. But all right, I'm not gonna say what it is.
Say everybody hates camera.
Say it.
Joe Dirt popped in my head when it's like, "You're my sister."
You're my cousin.
So anyway, so let's see how this goes. So we're gonna start with Justin, like I said. And Justin, you give me 3 terms here, and the first one you gave me is butt plug. Would you like to explain butt plug?
Starting off strong, folks.
In sound terms.
That's right.
Woo! Is what the sound is.
Hey-o!
Hey-o!
This is one that I actually don't prefer to use too much.
What would be
That's
some
A
other?
lot of
Same
sound
here.
guys I know definitely
Samesies.
prefer.
Oh, I know.
that one.
Most
Personal
sound-
preference is what you're getting at.
not just sound guys, sound people
Sound people.
That's
Sound
right.
People. It's 2026.
Enjoy
I gotta get with the program.
using butt plug, the
Yeah.
term.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a microphone. It's a wireless microphone transmitter used on boom microphones, and it plugs onto the boom pole And so it's, really called a plug-on transmitter. But yeah, the term that it was given was butt plug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to start referring to
Yeah,
my butt plug as
not
a plug-on
cool.
transmitter.
Me too. I just wrote it down.
Can you really boom somebody without one?
Absolutely.
Boom.
Absolutely.
So,
I've done it
Yeah.
plenty of times.
Yeah.
Countless
Tell
times.
us more.
Hundreds of times.
hard to
All
keep
day
count.
Yeah.
I don't even count.
Sound horn. I'm not shaming you.
So-
I fully.
Yeah.
So besides the term butt plug and its actual term plug-on transmitter, does it have any other alternative names?
Not really.
Not really.
No,
Okay.
it's just plug on. Plug on butt plug.
You don't call it the pot for the plug-on transmitter.
No.
Right.
A lot of times you'll also you'll also see them in news broadcasts. So a
Oh.
live reporter, out on the street, man or woman on the street kind of deal, where they're asking people questions.
Right.
The transmitter that you see sometimes on the bottom of that handheld microphone, that would be the butt plug.
So they're just shoving butt plugs in people's faces.
They're all over
the
place.
Which now-
everywhere.
I
Yeah.
get to run with that as props because we put those transmitters on those mics
That's
when
right.
we need to simulate a reporter out in the field.
That's
I
right.
just didn't know that term, but I will certainly use it now, and all my peers will be confused.
There
And titillated.
But there will be one sound person going, "Yeah, that's right."
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
Did he just say butt plug? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Did I just hear him say blah, blah? That was a good one too. That was total accident that I chose that one first because the next one is dead cat.
Right. Right. So another piece of the boom microphone, actually.
All right.
So we use this in high wind conditions, and it's the furry piece, the furry or hairy piece that you might see covering the shield that we call a windshield.
Mhm.
That just provides a little bit of extra wind protection for that microphone. The fibers or the hair, the synthetic fur that it may be, just kind of helps break that wind up just a little bit more before it hits the microphone. And so
And it's
it
Would you say it-
resembles
yes, it does.
different animals. And yeah, it was given the name dead cat, and I don't know when that one probably predates my career and my my life, actually.
Well, yeah, that's been around for a long time.
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as the
Yeah,
item
yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Um,
I mean, it's the real name is a windjammer or a windscreen of some sort. So
would you ever use a windjammer with a butt plug?
absolutely,
Preferably.
Okay.
preferably, yeah.
Okay, so I mean that makes sense though, because it is a very furry looking cover. And
Yes,
it-
and that's also another name for it is furry.
oh, just furry.
Yeah, just furry.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, not like just like the costume.
What's the
Right.
what do they
Right.
call the miniature version of it that they'll put on like an
That-
actual mic?
That's it's almost the same thing. That's so I do
mouse?
have a little story about that one.
See, look at that.
So that one's mostly called the furry as
Okay.
well.
That's
but-
what I've heard it called as
Right,
well.
right,
Okay.
Right. So but there's you have to insert the microphone.
Correct.
Right. It's a tiny microphone that you insert into this furry
Yeah.
thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparatus.
As a sound man, have you ever been to a furry convention? Or
If you had
No,
to mic
but
up
they
a
have-
furry,
Imagine that mix up.
No, but they have plenty of furries at the sound convention.
And most of them
Yeah.
use butt plugs too.
All of
Yeah.
them use butt plugs.
I mean,
All of them they're all walking around with butt plugs.
I can't wait to hear number 3.
Uh,
So anyway, your story, continue.
So
Okay.
because of the way that it looks when you look at it on the reverse side of it, and we have the dead cat, we coined the term cat butt
Okay. It
for
all
the
comes back to
smaller
the butt.
ones
Yeah,
that you have
okay,
to
I see.
put the microphone
Mhm.
in.
Oh, that's what a cat butt is.
That's what the cat butt is.
Oh, I've never
We're
had it
all
explained.
learning.
I've heard the term, but I've never
Have you
had it
really?
explained.
I thought we kept that one very private, but
There's
think I've
only
heard
so
cat
private
butt
you can keep a
before.
cat butt.
you might
Really.
have. You might have.
Somewhere.
You definitely might have. Yeah.
Anyways, it's nice to know what the cat butt is.
Yeah. There you
I'm
go.
sorry,
I'm
Yeah.
still stuck. Like my brain's still stuck on the you might not necessarily see a lot of butt plugs at a furry convention, but you will see a lot of furries at a sound convention.
Right.
I
You
almost said
wanted
a-
to say butt
I
plug
almost said-
convention
I
so
almost-
bad. I
I know.
heard it coming.
I know. I had to stop myself. My it's racking my brain at the moment.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So our third term is simply called plant.
That's right. Yeah.
I hope
right.
so. That's what you
That's
told
right.
me.
That's a little dirty.
I
Would it
know.
be funny?
This is
Dirty.
your
This is the
family
dirtiest one in
show.
the group.
This one might be too dirty to explain. No, I
If
think
you have children in the room, please excuse them at this point.
Oh,
The rest was
you probably
fine.
should have excused him about 4 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Sorry about that,
is,
y'all.
At the
Sound is the
start?
dirtiest department.
I mean, if this is the first one you've listened to, you might have been surprised, but otherwise, that's on you.
The plant, most crew members know what a plant is, and it's just short for plant microphone. And it originated, I think we've probably talked about it on a podcast before, maybe, but it originated. It was originally called a plant because sound mixers would put microphones inside actual plants that were set deck. So
Right.
and hide them like that. And now it's evolved into microphones being disguised into different types of set deck, and things like that.
Right.
Props or whatever
Wherever
it
you
may
can
be.
hide it,
Wherever we
basically.
can hide it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, plant. I mean, we definitely talked about it a lot on Hitman because there was this whole debate about how much you want to show that's realistic versus what's actually looking hidden. So you get into a weird catch-22 of, well, this is technically what the modern tech would look like, which is very hidden looking or camouflage looking. But for camera, then it gets a little tricky because, well, we still need to show the audience somehow, but we can't have like a giant, mic sitting in a fake plant or something. So it created all these interesting scenarios where I was in constant conversation with Linklater about like, so this is the legit, because he prefers to have the legit if he can, and then we peel back from there. And so it just turned into inserts basically. Like we just had to do inserts where it's still small, it's still obscure, but we're inserting it to show, and then we can kind of move on with the scene. But yeah,
Was this the little tiny microphone that had a light built into it?
that was for
Hitman.
yes, it was for Hitman.
Yeah, that was
No, I'm trying to remember what we were doing with it in Hitman. I think that was part of the whole. Oh, it was the whole setup of his wireless mic, and the light was to show that it was on,
Right,
activated.
Right,
That's
right,
what it was.
right.
Yeah, no, that took me a minute. So that movie's like 3 or 4 years ago now. All right, so thank you, sound. Thank you for your contributions to the glossary pot today.
You're all welcome, and we'll put plenty of pictures of butt plugs and furries next to the terms.
If
on
you're
the
over
website.
18, you
If you
get
go to
see it.
resources and
it'll-
click the drop down, you'll see butt plugs and furries, and then
Depending on your state, you might have to show proof of ID.
yeah,
So, that
you have
part
a
of the site.
verification process.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, All right. So let's go to Penny with some camera.
Hi.
Hello. So the first one I have on the list from you
Uh-oh.
is swing a lens.
So swinging a lens is pretty simple. We're not swinging or throwing
Oh,
lenses.
certainly not.
We are handing them off to each other
Delicately.
and swapping the lens on the camera. Is what swinging a lens would be. So an assistant brings a lens to the assistant at the camera. The assistant at the camera takes the lens off and does the swap, which is the swing, and then puts the new lens or the requested lens on the camera for the DP or the operator. And that's simplest terms, swinging a lens.
Now, what's the hierarchy technically of who's fetching the new lens to go in and swap with, and then who's doing the actual
I mean,
installation?
generally the first AC is the person at the camera at all times. So if changes need to be made, they can be made immediately as they're looking at different settings at monitors or through a gaffer glass or
Hmm.
just through the naked eye, um, or meters. Like we used to use meters back in the day. Um, and the second AC would bring the lens to the first AC to make the swap at the camera. Nowadays, with focus being pulled away from the camera and onto these TV screens,
Hmm.
um, there's more responsibility with the second AC. So you can often see lens swaps being done with a second AC at the camera and the utility or loader helping with the swap of the lens while the first AC is doing other duties regarding focus or usually keeping it in focus while changes are being made. And we have controls now that we can make changes on the camera remotely from the focus station. So there's all kinds of new bells and whistles
Okay. Now
doing things.
when you say, because first AC is pulling focus, and to be clear, they have a C stand, typically holding up a little monitor,
Mhm.
and they have the little focus puller device. So like maybe if you hear an AD say cameras on the move, and then uh, everyone's having to kind of move around for the new setup,
Mhm.
but then maybe there's also communication going on inside of your radio channel saying like, hey, we're going to switch to such and such lens for this next setup, and then that's creating the second AC and the utility working on that
Wait, you have
while.
a move going on at the same time?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is like I'm,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a scenario where your first AC is preoccupied and maybe like physically having to move your setup
Yeah,
while
we wouldn't be.
it wouldn't be at the same time.
And actually, if there's a lens swap and the camera position isn't going to move, the first AC, I'm gonna go as the first AC. I'm gonna go be at the camera, make the lens swap, and rely on the rest of my team, like utility or other AC, to move my monitor or to move any equipment that
Ah,
needs to be
gotcha.
moved.
Okay, so it's kind of
So
the opposite.
everybody just kind of steps up and makes the task happen. All the tasks that happen all the time, for multiple tasks at the same time all throughout the day in our ears and in our three headsets that we tend to wear these days for three different comm systems. Not to mention what's being told to us while we have earpieces in both ears
Right.
with
You're in stereo
with
now.
three different conversations. It's to wonder we're all going crazy. So yeah, that's a little insight into the world of camera or modern camera.
Yeah,
Wasn't
there's
like this when I first started. It's
uh
much quieter.
10-ish years ago. I feel like it was the first time I saw a DP had a completely separate radio system.
The
Uh,
HME headsets
right,
took
right.
over. Yeah, they
Yeah,
usually only
feels
came out for like
10-ish.
crane or remote work, but
Hmm.
now they're used to communicate all the time.
Is that just for more privacy or?
Yeah, well, it's so you don't have to yell across set. You can just talk in hushed tones and keep a low din for the sound department on set or a medium din, something manageable. So just a quieter way to communicate
Okay.
only camera stuff, camera and lighting,
Okay.
you know.
I'll say too, it's a big thing with it is you can keep it hands free and operate and communicate at the same time. That's the
Oh yeah.
difference
That's
between
also true, yeah.
using that and a walkie-talkie because you have to actually press a walkie-talkie button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can
These can
just
be voice activated or just open channel.
Mhm.
Some of you do have to press a button, like
Oh,
the
I'm always wondering, like,
That's unfortunate.
surely there's newer technology out there than the walkies that we're still
Well,
using.
we just used the Bolero system. Well, I just used it for the first time on Frisco King,
Mm.
and it was a very complicated system. There were 4 different channels, one that we could talk to just my camera team, um, a separate channel with my team, another camera team, and the DP, and then an open channel where we could all 5 camera teams could talk to the DP or receive information from the director of photography. And that took a minute to get used to, and we were only a 4-day shoot,
Yeah,
so you
right.
had
Oh,
to get
wow.
you
Yeah.
had to
Get
get
used to
with
it
it pretty
quick.
Fast
quick.
learning curve.
It's like,
So was
"Ah."
the DP on that 4th channel then?
She
Always?
she had her own channel. She was on channel 1. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm saying DP. It's the DP and the director. So,
Mhm.
and the director would give us a lot of notes as well. She's the main DP for the run of show
Mhm.
on season 1 of the shoot and
Mhm.
directing the first episode. So,
Oh, I didn't actually know that part.
yeah.
I try very hard to get off radio when I can, and so
Oh, that
uh,
ain't happening. If
I
if you
know, I
want to be
know.
in the camera department, you got to be okay with radios
You know,
all
I
over
hate
you.
being on radio, but at the same time, I hate not being on the radio because I never know what's going on if I'm not, you know?
Well, like if I'm not on set, like let's say I've gone to the trailer or something like that, I will just to give my ears a break. I will immediately take off the surveillance and I'll just have an open radio in the
Yeah.
trailer with me, just
Ugh.
because like who cares?
When
Mhm.
I started, only the loader had a walkie in my department. Only
Really?
the loader.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Only the loader. It was heaven. It
Hmm.
was heaven.
But there were camera PAs back then. The camera PA didn't have a radio.
There were no camera PAs. We don't have camera
You
PAs.
used to have
We
camera
don't. No,
PAs.
no. But
I
yes.
I
But
was a
yes.
camera PA, so there was definitely a camera PA.
The camera PAs or interns that we had did not have walkies. The only person who had a walkie or a cell phone to communicate with the production office, usually a production cell, was our loader,
Okay.
the film loader.
Huh.
You know, our best boy of the department. And yeah, that's how it
Okay.
was. And then I remember all the old school first ACs when I was a young second just grumbling about having to wear a walkie on their belt and then having to put a surveillance on and put the thing in the earpiece in the ear. And it's just been more headsets ever since. Just like keep putting them on. I've talked to more channels.
Just like I'm imagining, like you just get comical, like more and more headsets and things just all dangling off of each other,
Mhm.
like in some Frankenstein thing.
On some second units, you see DPs with 3 different headsets on. He's talking to
Oh my
it
God.
has happened. I've seen it.
I would lose my mind.
As long
All
as
the voices in our heads.
Oh my
as long
God.
as the DP's not on channel 1 on our radios, I'm fine.
You can always find me on channel 2.
It's
See, same.
it's the cool thing is it's all
Same.
camera
Hot
talk.
Yeah, I'm always like, if you can't
It's
find me, if
none
I'm
of
not answering
this.
on channel 1, you can bet your ass. You go
feel
to channel 2
It is
and
all
I'll be
shop
right
talk
there.
all the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, typically on large shows, props is 4 or 5 is the way we have done it a lot in the past. And then you have your one rep on set who's staying on one, and they're switching over to our channel when they have to relay stuff.
Right.
But I've been on other things like Frisco Kings, even though it's brief.
Just one king.
Yeah, it's just one. That's right. But well, I mean, okay. Anyway, but
Everybody keeps doing that though. That's all. Sorry.
I guess it's because I'm thinking of you have Stallone on the original series, and then you have the spinoff. So I just
So many
plural
kings.
kings keeps coming. Yeah, but for that, we basically talked about it day one. Hey, do you want to be on another channel? And it's like, I'm gonna be on one. You guys can make the choice yourself. And we're like, let's just stay on one then. So just makes it easier. But it also means that we have a designated channel that we can escape to that's not to where everyone is going and listening. And we still have somewhere we can go to like talk without being stepped on, which for those who don't know, that's when people are pressing the buttons at the same time on the same channel so nobody can hear each other.
It's just static.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
just
static.
gonna point out that we are talking about walkies when we were talking about swinging a lens.
Yes. Yeah. We have gotten a little off
Wow.
topic.
Good
But
job, honey.
Thank you, Penny.
I can't believe the me brought us back here.
but
We all have to take turns because, good Lord.
You will edit all of this out.
I'm gonna add steppage
Whoa, steppage. Oh, what a good
Yeah.
one. Oh,
Yes.
that's brilliant.
So thank
Bravo.
you for that happy
Yep,
accident.
yep, yep.
So let's go on to your next one.
Oh,
So
hit me.
you have 3 terms for the same thing here. I see eyebrow, cutter, or top chop.
Yes. The eyebrow is a flag that you attach to the camera, usually the matte box, usually the top part of the matte box, to block a light that is either a source light that man has put there or the god light in the sky from flaring your lens and making your shot all milky and yucky. And in America, we call it an eyebrow because it looks like we would actually make
What's
like
it made out of?
it's made out of metal.
Mhm.
It's painted
Mhm.
black. Everything on the camera
Yes.
is black, just like every camera should look like the Star Wars cameras that were blacked out. They can't reflect anything. So yeah, it's black. It's metal. Sometimes they come with flaps that can fold over and look like a handlebar mustache.
Mhm.
And so some people will call it a mustache. That's another term for it. The But it's basically designed to flag light from hitting your lens.
Light that can't
And
be moved,
light,
basically.
well,
It's
yes.
a shade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean,
But
it-
you also have a bottomer, which is a flag or an eyebrow that you put on the bottom, and siders that will come in as
Right.
well. And the top chop and cutter are English terms.
Oh,
Those are terms I learned from working with English focus pullers back in the day,
I did not realize
and
that
Australian as well, I think.
you were bringing the international first.
It's not to be confused with the crop top. Top crop, right?
Top chop,
Top chop.
like chop
Top
the light.
chop off.
But you also need to be careful using eyebrows and other things like hard mats, which you can put into the lens that have a cutout to shield light. Because if you are shooting a scene where you want some incredibly pretty bokeh, which is the out of focus bubbles you see in the background
Mhm.
of some shots, those can cut your bubbles and put a line in them. So then you only have like half a bubble, or they can create crescents. So you have to be careful using.
Is that an effect that anybody has used intentionally?
Oh,
that you-
absolutely,
Yeah.
because the rules are there to be broken
Mhm.
when you're
Of
making
course.
movies, right?
Of course.
You know, if you know how to break the rules, you'll have a damn good time.
Do you have an example? An example?
As long as you don't get caught.
like one that's used in the way you're talking. Not to put you on the spot.
Oh gosh, I
Sorry.
can't. The only thing crescent like that comes to mind that I saw in Shadow was the last solar eclipse,
Oh,
and Peter Rome was texting pictures of
Shut up, Peter.
the shadows on the sidewalk. But I can't remember intentional non-round bokeh.
I'm trying to think
Off
if I've ever seen
hand.
that either. Hmm.
Usually the old DPs will be like, fix that. Yeah. We'll get rid of it. And he'll talk to his lighting guys. We'll figure it all out to where the bokeh stay round and beautiful and dreamy.
So the third thing you have on here, which I'm definitely curious about, is fatty or big fatty.
Ooh, that is a camera assistant's best friend and what you should have in your pocket at all times,
Mm-hmm.
or your pouch, but definitely on you. The big fatty is a screwdriver.
Oh.
It is at least a number 4 slotted screwdriver. It's the shortest length of the widest that you could have. Like a 4 to 6 is good because the tie down screws for camera plates that attach the camera to the operating head are usually slotted and
Mhm.
large, and you want the big handled, short shafted, big handled
Yeah, the
craftsman
squatty one.
screwdriver.
Mhm.
And it's called a big fatty because it's got the standard handle with the short shaft length
Mhm.
and the wide pitch of either 4 to 6 millimeters. So you can really crank down on the screw properly.
Does anyone
So
ever
as
refer
not
to
to
it
strip.
as a chode?
No. No, we reserve that
That's
for
the
the sound
small
department.
fatty.
Okay. Okay.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
I'm
just making
kidding.
sure they're staying dirty, right? Okay.
It's also a
No, I'm
secret
kidding.
one.
So a big fatty is our favorite tool, and it's no longer available.
Ooh, that's the worst.
This is the worst because craftsmen just couldn't handle their shit, and now they're not even making them anymore. So assistants are buying them on eBay.
Oh,
Not
okay.
kidding. This is a true story.
Yeah, you're probably
I have
cool
thr-
vintage looking ones are
I
circulating.
have at least 3 or 4 around the house, and they're like they're gold right now. Yeah, I
What
will.
one day if you
There's one
retire,
right over
you can
there.
make a small mint selling them.
I think I have a
Right.
gold chode in my garage.
Next to your butt plug.
And that'll make sense now because I actually thought, like, my first thought was that because of the slates, the clackers or whatever, that maybe like Fatty and Big Fatty was referring to dry erase markers. So
No,
I was
no,
thinking
that's
like
the mouse, which I didn't put on my short
ooh,
list for you,
bonus
but we do call that a mouse.
the dry erase marker.
The system, the mouse, we call the whole system a mouse, but the
Oh,
mouse
interesting.
actually refers to the powder puff eraser we used to tape to the
Oh,
back
right.
of the marker
Mhm.
back in the day before we had the fancy stick-on, dry erase racers,
Um,
erasers. Go speed race.
you got a bonus one out of that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a double one. Kind
Of
of.
course you
It's
do.
a
With
well,
butt plug,
it's
you expect us to be surprised?
I have a
Did you
double
use it in
camera.
Requiem for a Dream?
They
I have
call
a-
that ass to ass.
This is a double term for camera and sound, and it's got 2 meanings. Sticks,
Oh yeah,
right?
it
Oh,
does.
yes.
It does. Oh, I
Mhm.
didn't even put that together, but you're so right.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Well,
Huh.
you were texting about him earlier with Collier, and
Right.
it dawned on me. I was like, oh, that's
Hit sticks or bring me the sticks.
yeah. And I was like, wait, I should bring sticks too, but different kind of sticks. We should all bring sticks.
All
Oh, and I still have
sticks.
my big sticks. I could bring those in.
Yeah. So to explain, sticks for camera department are mainly tripod,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then sticks for sound department and camera department would also be the slate, the
Truth.
the clapper,
Not clacker.
not clacker.
Whatever.
I got you. Got you, Justin.
Yeah, thank you.
If I ever dealing with it, it's because we're filming crew people on camera and I'm just handing it off. So I'm like,
I'm not even supposed to be on camera.
here's your slappy thing.
Oh, God. We all know Jed hates camera.
I've calmed down since season 1.
That's why we brought Penny on to just like
Yeah.
tamp down the rage.
Well, and also, and shout out to Chris and Joe, having 2 ADs with you. Just,
I
it's-
mean, that'll just amp
I
you up.
mean,
They really hate us.
everything
I
was
just
from the top rope.
shocked.
Top rope.
Wow.
I mean,
thought we were
just
friends.
tapping the elbow, soup bone drop. It was
Next on Film Folklore, who hates who on set? Just kidding.
I tell you who I love. Transportation.
Oh,
I
everybody loves
love
transportation.
Y'all are the
Always
best.
make friends with
Y'all never do anything wrong, and I
transportation.
love you. I love you.
Yes.
You've
Actually,
never made a mistake
I actually
ever.
do love Transpo.
I do.
too.
actually.
I love
Favorite
Transpo.
people. Y'all
There's
know I
a-
love you.
There's another prop master. God, this long short. There's another prop master who his trailer doesn't have air ride brake system, and what that basically means in short terms is that his trailer is a rough, bumpy ride wherever it goes, and so his shit just goes everywhere. And every time he yells at the transpo driver, who it's not their fault because you have a trailer that doesn't have air ride.
Yeah.
So all the transpo people hate him, rightfully so. And yeah, like there's a time that I had said, like, well, like, do you have air ride on here? And he goes, no, but it's not fucking that. It's because these guys can't drive a fucking truck, so you get that kind of stuff. And you're like, okay, I'm going to stay out of it then. But all that said, I love transpo. You guys are the best.
Did you finish telling us, Justin, the difference between the sticks of camera and
I did.
Yeah, the
sound?
slate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
Just
have
wanna
it.
make
I have it
sure.
written right here.
I wasn't
All
sure
kinds
if we
of
went
bonus
off on the
stuff.
tangent
Thorough.
before or
Right.
after that
There've
happened.
been
It
a
was
lot
after.
of tangents.
Yeah.
we are gonna. Yeah, this is gonna be.
Finding like the breadcrumb trail back to
It's an
where we
episode of
started
tangents.
is yeah.
So,
What else is new?
so we're gonna go into editing next, and like I said, Sarah approved of these 3. But maybe if y'all have heard of these, help me out, jump
Maybe
in.
so.
So
I'm in
the first editing thing is actually a sound editing, so you probably do know this one. It's called a Frankenbite. Are you familiar with a Frankenbite?
Ooh.
It's kind of what it sounds like. So I have here, when editing down long interviews, you might have to make a Frankenbite. It's a sound bite made up of a couple of different sentences or parts of the interview. So obviously this can be misleading since it's not exactly what they said, but keeping the spirit of what they're saying intact makes it feel less problematic. And then it's also known as a cobble in trailers.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
There you go.
All right.
So that helps not having Sarah here. We can go faster.
Hey,
Hi, Sarah.
Hi,
Um,
Sarah. You're cool.
And hi, Sabrina. So flash frame is the next one. And this is, it's a very short shot, usually one frame, but occasionally several, appearing in a sequence of images. Flash frames are usually the inadvertent result of an editing mistake or an equipment problem, but from time to time, however, they are inserted intentionally for creative reasons. And I have an example.
Fight Club.
Actually, the Wraith
That's
is the one I was
exactly
going
what
to
I
use.
was thinking.
Yeah. I have another.
Oh, go for it.
I'm in school. I'm taking an editing class, and I'm also taking a class that made me shoot a short. And my editor put this in my short as part of the edit to make it work, and it worked.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, totally used it. She's like, "Do you mind if I do some? What did you call it?" I took my glasses off.
A Frankenbite?
No, the
Oh,
flash.
no, the flash frame.
The flash frame, and it totally worked. It made it a little heightened and scary.
Nice.
Yeah, so I also
So cool.
I had here, if there is one frame that doesn't belong, like you have one clip that is several shots and you trimmed it wrong and have one extra frame of a different shot that doesn't belong there, that is essentially a flash frame. But in German, it is called a piglet, which the German word for that is a Schweinchen.
Schweinchen.
So that's their term for it. Apparently, pretty much everyone in every language has a different editing nickname for flash frame. So I feel like ours is the most boring of the other ones when you start reading them.
What are the other ones?
I didn't want to write them all down, but you're welcome to go and type in flash frame editing and see what comes up. There's a very fun Reddit thread. I actually sent
I
it to
think
Sarah.
Jen just told me
Yeah.
to go fuck myself. Is that what just happened?
I said for time you can go
I'm just
and
checking.
look it up on your own.
In my editing class, a flash frame would be points off on your
Politely.
grade. So
What?
if it's not part of the edit,
Mm.
Or
like the
it's not
accidental parts
intentional.
that you gotta make, because they can be accidental and you
Yeah.
have to watch for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I believe that's what I've learned in the last few months.
Do you want to mention what it is in the Wraith? Or do y'all not know? I thought y'all acted
The
like y'all knew
flash
it.
frame?
Yeah.
Is it like the actual when they do like the actual flashback kind of sequences and they're flashing?
No, it's a decent example.
Is it right before the crash?
It's essentially they're intentionally doing it as if it's the last thing that they're seeing before they die.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So that's why they're intentionally planning these flash frames
Mhm.
right before the gang, each
Yeah.
gang member is dying or
Yeah.
whatever. So yes, another very obscure thing to find. In
I've
the
seen
Wraith.
this movie a lot. I'll admit it. I did see that movie a lot. Too much.
So our third item here is called frame fucking.
Oh, that's a new one.
So
God, I feel like I dropped the ball on this assignment. I feel like
I know.
I didn't
I don't know,
understand the
they might-
assignment.
trust me, yours and mine are the most tame, I think, even by Collier's.
So
But
boring.
yeah,
We started with fun
Editing
fucking,
might
now
be-
we're fucking the frame.
Yeah.
Editing might be in the running for dirtier than
I
sound.
know. So
This
frame
is
fucking.
awesome.
I love frame fucking, and use that in context however you want. So
We should just leave
Honey,
it at
I'm
that.
coming
know.
home.
It's self-explanatory,
I
right?
know, speaking of
Colin?
editing, Justin has the power to to work with that. So frame fucking is when a director, producer, head writer, studio exec, any of these above the line people, when they give trivial, overly detailed notes on a cut to the editor. These notes often bog down the process and offer no real substance to the final
That's
edit. And so if I was to use it in a sentence, I'd be like, this producer's really frame fucking me right now.
I feel like I'm gonna bring that into my own vernacular.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
just, I
God.
feel like
I'm
it
gonna
will
use that in
apply
so many
all the
different
time.
ways. Mhm.
Yes,
That
I
will apply to
love
many
it.
aspects of my life.
Yes.
I
I'd
feel
also
frame
read.
fucked right now.
Yeah. Why are you frame fucking me?
This does make sense, but I had also read that
Call the editing department.
there a lot of times, these higher ups, it's like they feel like they got to put their stamp on it on the project, and so that's why they feel like they got to give their 2 cents.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's where a lot
Very
of this
Especially
ends
on
up happening.
commercials.
Yeah.
I want to
So-
teach that one to my kids. Just have them use it at school.
Daddy calls
You
this
want to
frame
be
fucking.
brought into school
Yeah.
on a regular basis. What that sounds like.
Okay. All right. So we are going to move on to production on that note with Collier here. And maybe I'm gonna switch the order of these because maybe in the spirit of frame fucking, would you like to explain P2P?
Yeah, so P2P, everybody that uses networking knows what P2P networking is.
Mhm.
No, but back on as a gentle fellow who has had to struggle a little bit with IBS.
Okay. All right.
On Queen Sugar was the first time I heard P2P, and it was because somebody kept on spending way too much time in the bathroom, paid to poop. So that's like where it came from. But that has evolved too, because a lot of people, you'll be like, how the hell do they keep on getting work? They kind of suck. And it's
Oh
because
my
of
God.
P2P networking. So it's like there's a network of people who get paid to poop.
It's called
Uh,
glory holes.
yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Not anyone
Yeah.
in camera. We never get to go to the bathroom.
Well,
No,
don't
no, you
y'all just have
And
catheters
so this is why it's a
attached to you, right?
production term.
That's
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 We're in the office,
amazing.
and so yeah.
Kidney
Uh,
stones and bladder infection.
How do I get into this network?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta, you gotta use
cronyism,
some
Says the
nepotism,
sound man.
some butt plugs and bongo ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put in
Oh
the
my
paperwork.
God.
Yeah, bongo ties, and well, that's a whole different. Well, that's a
Forgot about
tangent. I
bongo
don't want to go on a
ties.
tangent. 'Cause
And-
I initially thought bongo tie was an inappropriate term, but
Yeah, bongo tie is
We
very
could- I could go a
obvious
lot
when you
worse.
actually see
Yeah,
a bongo tie. Then it
I
makes
didn't give you
perfect
any of the
sense.
dirty ones in camera, by the way.
That's fine. We'll probably do another one of these episodes, especially
Well, I'm
since
not
this
gonna
is
do
running
any
way
off-
longer than I thought it was.
You know,
Okay,
I
but
never
I'll
heard
take
that
the
term
bongo
before,
tie
but
and
I
use
know
the butt
exactly
plug.
what you're talking
There you go.
about.
Mhm.
Just yeah. Mhm.
you,
So-
you boom it in there.
So the next one, Collier, I have is football.
Yeah, football.
Oh yeah.
It's
The
which
football.
is
Classic.
there's way too many football terms in general that are used in the office that like aren't really super relative all the time. But the football is super basic and super boring. It's all of the paperwork that comes from set. So anything that involves the reports from each department that they turn in at the end of the day, everything that goes to accounting, insurance reports, whether or not it's L&D or workers' comp. Sometimes you'll have the sides put in there, and that's another term that actually you might want to throw in there is smalls.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Smalls.
You know, everybody knows sides, but we always have to make them in
Bigs and
large sizes
smalls.
and
Mhm.
smalls.
Mhm.
And if anyone says, "Hey, we need 15 more smalls," we know exactly what they're talking about. They're always talking about sides.
Never have to
but
make
yeah.
more bigs.
Like everybody will talk like, "Oh, this is the Super Bowl of the production." It's like no, I don't.
No.
It's the football is ongoing.
Yeah, it's and piggybacking on what you said, the ADs basically collect everything at the end of the night.
You'd
and
hope so.
you hope so.
You would hope so.
And then that is passed like a football to production. Like transpo driver brings it to the office.
And more often than not, it's just punted.
And punting
Mm,
is another
there
term.
It is. Yep. Yep.
If
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
fumbles it,
Ba-boom.
Yeah.
are they fired on the spot?
They should be sometimes.
Punt that scene to another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, punting is
Usually after a
specifically
bunch of fumbles.
when you don't have time for a scene or some kind of situation like that, and so you move it to another day. So it has been punted to another day.
Yeah. And
Uh,
also, sorry to go back to P2P, but
Mhm,
also
mhm.
Always go back to
a lot of
P2P.
people also, one thing. This is maybe more of like an AD thing, but everybody knows what 10-1 is, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
But
and
like,
10-2
But
Yep.
And
bingo,
10-2000.
exactly. 10-2 should also
and 10-4.
heavily be mentioned. My favorite thing to do when people ask me what my 20 is grunt 10-2. Hands down. So everyone knows I'm doing some P2P networking.
I did.
I thought I had it invented early on when I used to smoke cigarettes, 10-6, but I had heard other people saying that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it surprised me.
I had I was about to say that I don't know how like, I mean, official is not the right word, but how common this is. But 10-3, I have heard from a few different people in the past of when someone is like basically sick in the bathroom, like maybe you got diarrhea or something like that, that they would quietly off channel or something say 10-3,
never
just so
heard
you
that.
know it's a bit of an emergency. But I don't know how official that actually is. 10-6 I've never heard though.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, just like, 10-6, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, like, okay. And then I heard somebody else say it. I was like, what? What did you just say? And yeah, maybe just parallel thinking, but it's not a
Right.
term that is like, yeah.
So Collier, I have one more here. If I got this right, is it big brass? Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the big brass,
Mhm.
like upstairs.
Yep.
EP?
Yeah,
The
top
E?
dogs.
The adults.
Yeah.
The adults,
The
yes.
adults.
Mhm.
Which
Adults in the
that's
room.
another.
Yep.
I should add
Yep.
adults into that.
Adults.
Yeah, the adults. I would say I use that the most
I
often.
use that a lot. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Check with the big brass.
yeah. Whoops, and got a spell. Okay. That was a quick and easy one. All right. So, to expedite this a little faster, we're going to go into costumes now with Heather Ray, and
I don't even remember what I told you. I think I give you a big old list.
well, you did.
that were
I
not
picked,
nearly as exciting as y'all's. I mean,
I
we really need
picked-
to discuss.
I picked 3.
Okay.
So the first one I have, I'm curious about because I don't know. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. Hollywood hymn.
A Hollywood hem is okay. So at the end,
H-E-M.
at the end, like at the hem of a jean that has
Mhm.
some wear and whatever, and if you need to hem those and make them shorter, and rather than looking like when my mom in the 70s used to hem my jeans, and there's just that like really terrible, obviously hemmed bottom, you take you basically fold it up and you stitch right along where the actual existing hem is so that
Mm.
you maintain that instead of cutting it off. Does
Oh,
that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
All
Keep
right.
the original
Mhm.
edge.
Yeah,
And-
because if you look at the bottom of jeans, even bottoms of anything that has
Mhm.
any kind of wear on it,
Yeah.
it looks really bizarre. And you also get to keep like the gold stitching and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well.
I always
if
do
it's
that
on a
hem
jean.
when I get
Mhm.
my pants altered.
You're talking about
Yeah.
the fraying, right? That can happen.
No. I'm
Mhm.
talking about any kind of jean. There's just a variation in color,
In the
like
wash.
like in
Oh,
the
gotcha.
wash
that they do
I'm
with the
trying to
denim.
like look who has
Yeah.
jeans on right now.
Yeah.
But
Where's the
but yeah,
example?
and it's not always jeans either. I mean, sometimes it's cargo pants or whatever. Anything that has like, or if you've already distressed it, if you've already
Stonewashed.
if you've already distressed the bottom of a jean and you don't want to, and then you're like, oh, these are too long.
don't
I
want it
have
to
to
look
do
like a
yeah,
new hem.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah,
Um,
and you basically
It's a great
stitch
hem.
it. And this is another term, but this is a sewing term. You like kind of stitch it in the ditch so that it's like
the ditch.
right on the, so you don't see it. Basically, it's you put it right on the existing
stitch
Yeah.
in the ditch.
I like that.
Mhm.
I like that one.
I got to
too.
get my head out of the gutter with
Okay, good. Finally, okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
you got one.
Um,
That was cool.
now the next one you have, so you had it spelled ZHUZH. Is it ZA or is
It's
that your
zhuzh.
zhuzh? That is
It
zhuzh.
is
Okay.
zhuzh.
That's a great
Yeah.
word.
Is this the actual spelling of zhuzh?
I mean, that is
Spell it again.
ZHUZH.
That's what I have seen.
We
I mean,
use zhuzh in props. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
never had to spell it before.
Oh,
I
Always
don't
wanted to
think
know how to
I
spell
did
that
either. I
word.
think I actually looked it up. I'm like, how the fuck do you spell this? I don't
awesome.
know. Yeah, zhuzhing is just like kind of like propping it up. Like if something is like
Mhm.
a skirt has fallen and you kind of have to like, fluff it or whatever,
Yeah.
or if like a collar, you kind of just make it better,
It-
and
maybe
make it
the-
look a little,
Mm.
a fresher or,
I always tell
Or
Crafty they got to
better.
zhuzh it up.
see,
It's
Yeah.
kind of like lanyap to a certain
It
degree.
kind of is.
It's a
I
little
almost just said that.
extra.
Yeah.
It
Let's.
is.
It's
I
putting a
like
little
that.
extra on something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zhuzh and
Yeah.
Yeah.
lanyap
Just
do have a
zhuzh it. You give it a
relationship.
little
Yeah.
zhuzh. Is what we
Um,
say. Yeah.
Yeah, we very much use that.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's like all of the art department, but definitely props and costumes.
Zhuzh is like a
Yeah.
skosh.
Scotia is like a
No,
little bit.
skosh is a tiny bit.
Well, you can zhuzh something a skosh.
You can zhuzh
Oh,
something.
I
I
see
guess
what
that's
you're
what I
saying.
meant to say.
Yeah.
No, I'm
How
Ju-
much
zhuzh
is
it,
zhuzhing
but
until
just
it's
a
no longer a
skosh.
skosh?
I need some
Just a
kind of
smidge.
measuring device that all it says is like skosh.
Right?
um,
Oh, I love it.
so the third one I have on here is mutts. MUTTS.
Mutts?
I think that's what.
I don't
no?
know.
Did I get it wrong? Uh-oh. Let me,
I don't know. Did I have a typo?
Now I'm gonna.
I don't know what I told you.
I'm gonna pull up.
Maybe it was voice to text and I was yelling at my dogs.
Is there anything that sounds similar to that? Mitts? Now I'm guessing.
I gotta look at my
Mets?
text that I sent you. I don't know. All right, moving on. Go to your next one. I'll figure it out.
Let's see. Oh no, malts.
Oh,
It
malts.
is a typo on my part.
Okay,
Okay.
good. That I know what that is. Okay,
Yes.
so malts are multiples
Okay, that-
of yeah,
Ah.
multiples.
That's
Yeah.
making
You know,
sense now.
of different
Malts.
costumes because I mean sometimes you need it for stunts, and you always want to have at least one malt if you can, just in case something gets spilled on something.
Sounds like the slang the
or
kids
whatever.
are using these days. I don't have time to say multiples. That's
I
why I
know.
said malts.
It's everything's on the fly.
That's
You know?
cool.
So
You
it
can
is.
shorten everything.
Yeah. So we and sometimes there are if there are stunts, you need more than one malt. Or you
Mhm.
I mean, some people say doubles and whatever, but like malts are like multitudes of the same thing, aged the same way. They're
Yeah.
exactly the same, so that
Matching,
they are
matching.
interchanging. And sometimes malts are, adjusted to allow for a harness, for instance, under a stunt, and the stunts will have their own mults that, and there are varying levels. It's like, oh, we're going to use this harness. So we need this, this mult to be,
Wow.
adjusted this way, but they're going to use a Hollywood harness so it's like, yeah, it's
That's
there are different kinds of, I mean, for Sinners, I mean, there were mults upon mults upon mults because we had so many stunts. There were people being set on fire, and I mean, stunt people and this and that and blood and so anytime there's a gunshot or things get wrecked or if it's some you'll see a movie that somebody's wearing the same, it takes place in one day, and and those are actually harder to do because you have to,
You have continuity.
you have
to-
continuity
yeah,
because
big
you're
time.
shooting out of order, so you
Mhm.
have to anticipate what the aftermath of this explosion,
Yep.
for
Yeah.
instance, is going to be, and it's
sometimes
never
commit
right.
to that. And
Yeah, it's
yeah,
never
it's-
right.
it's-
You're like,
yeah, that's
"Ah,
so
I knew it, I
hard.
fucking knew it."
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is that
Yeah.
you'll have the discussion with the director or maybe the writer if it's TV, and so you're like, so then maybe you do the we'll say aging and distressing for it, just to get it to the look that you think is right. You show it to them, they approve. Then when they go back to shoot the cause to that effect, it doesn't match, and you're like, what?
Yeah, or there will be a
Now you're
squib
making me look
that
bad.
is gonna make them. Yeah, you're gonna,
Yeah.
or you have like a squib, which is another one.
I always
Actually,
want to act like a parent at that time, even though like they're the adults, quote unquote. But you want to, guys.
it's hard not
we talked
to.
about this.
Yeah, I
We talked about this.
we had this whole discussion. You committed to
What is this? What are you doing? Yeah, no.
And it doesn't matter. They're just like, just do it. It doesn't matter. And it's like, okay, I
How-
can't care more than
How
you
many
do, I
mults
guess.
of a hero can you have, or is a hero just strictly one?
I mean, a hero is the
yeah.
actual costume that is but I mean, yeah, it becomes confusing because sometimes you have a hero mold, it depends who you're working with as well, but I mean technically the hero costume is the one that everything else is based on, you know what I mean, like it's the clean one or it's the one that's used the most.
In
Yeah.
props, we would call the collection all hero.
Mhm.
Just because it's all still relating to the same thing. Like if I say, we'll call it an axe. So maybe it's a clean axe in the beginning, and then later it's a dirty axe, and then 20 years go by, and now it's a
Mm-hmm.
rusty axe, and then
Mm-hmm.
but all those variations of that axe will still call them all hero because they're all pertaining to maybe the same character or something like that. As far as like in props world, um, but
Yeah, I mean, it all depends
it is
too from
tricky.
show to show too, because it's like, oh, that's the hero costume. It's like, oh, that's the costume they wear the most, or
Mhm.
something. So it all just depends, and you just have to roll with it, and try to communicate the best you can.
Right.
I mean,
And
and that happens a lot over over the course of multiple departments. I feel too.
I'm gonna use your molts as a
Mm-hmm.
segue
Okay, I
because
will allow it.
in props we just call those doubles or triples or
Well, yeah,
quadruples
that's
or
it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you, yeah.
Um, but I like the word molts and I want to use it
You
now.
can. I will
Especially
again allow it.
think about it again. It's that faster, quicker, speech because I don't want to say quadruple.
Well, and if
What
you
is that
have
like 15 syllables I just had to spit
I
out?
know. I mean, that's just egregious.
Molts
That's an
one.
outrage.
Yep.
um, but yeah. So for props world, I put 3 in here like the others. The first one I have on here is our containers that if you go in a props trailer, you're going to see these containers. It's if you go in our warehouse, you're going to see all these containers, and we try to get nicer ones that are more heavy duty, but essentially it's no different than what you find at a Lowe's or a Home Depot. But they go by a lot of names. I call them bins, but they can be called totes, conticos. There was one particular prop master that I worked with a couple of times. He's a big time guy, and he called them nesters. And I may have told this like way back. I don't know. I can't remember if I have or not. But the first time I ever worked with him, this is on Oblivion,
Okay.
and shout out to Doug Harlocker and Brad Elliott. But and Brad, I never told Brad the story, but I probably should have. But it's like my first day on the job, and I'm standing next to Brad, and he says, "Will you go on the trailer and grab a baby nester?" And I did that stupid thing where I go copy, and then I just took off running. And as I'm like on my way to the trailer, I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck is a baby nester?" And then I go on the trailer and I'm looking around, and there I see a bin, but it's a micro-sized bin, and I was like, it has to be this.
Context
It
clues.
has to be this. And so I take it back to him, and here it is. I'm in a panic because I'm on this big movie with all these big time
Here?
guys, and then I go, here you go, and he goes, cool, thanks. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like he'll never know the stress that just took place the last 20 minutes.
Are those? I mean, are they a specific size like across the board? Or
They do have like a standard size.
That's the word I
There's
was
just
looking
basically a
for.
cheaper version and more expensive versions.
Okay.
And we'll always go to Lowe's or Home Depot in a pinch, but
Mhm.
I prefer ordering them in bulk from like a
Sure.
nicer version. But the next one I have that everybody here has probably heard is a MacGuffin. And not to be confused with the bar that you can find at the local movie theater chain, also called MacGuffins. But a MacGuffin is basically it's a plot device that is almost always a prop, and it's inconsequential to the actual plot, but it does move the plot. And the example I always give is the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. You never see what's in the briefcase, but when they open it, you see a gold light coming from it, and everybody seems to be very into whatever it is. And yet it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of Pulp Fiction, but it's this thing that is. I'm saying as far as
It's
what,
McDonald's fries, bro.
yeah, as far as what it actually is. I mean, the briefcase itself is important because it's driving the plot, but that is a MacGuffin. And then the last thing I have on here, which set deck also uses, but it's just GAC, and GAC is our word that basically means stuff and
I mean, I
things.
feel like that's everything though, because it's like
Well, in our terms, it's
like when I'm looking to where to set up on set, I'm like, well, there's a bunch of gack over there, so I guess that's not on film,
absolutely. In our world, it's referring to the dressing. So, like if I use a
Ah.
desk as an example, set deck will put GAC maybe in the drawer on the table or whatever, and that's just kind of their general term to say that we're gonna put some GAC in the drawers. We'll get some stuff on the table.
Mhm.
Then we tend to a lot of times come and do like a top layer. That we'll call it prop dressing or whatever, but we're basically trying to provide more options for the actors to interact with, or maybe let's say there's files on a desk, but we have files from the art department that are specific to the scene or something. So then we'll add those papers onto the top of the other stuff. So
Gack on gack on gack.
yeah, Gack on Gack, which if you see Gack on Gack 6, Furries and Butt Plugs, it's a really good movie.
Make sure it's the sixth one.
That's called a callback.
I've never watched it without commercial breaks.
The edited for TV version is really disappointing.
It's like 30 seconds long.
So we're running a little long.
It's a flash. What is it? Flash.
Flashback.
Flash fucking. No,
Flash
wait.
fucking.
No, frame
Yeah.
fucking.
Frame
Frame
fucking.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The flash.
It was
What you
flash-
said.
it was
Flash frame.
Flash
Flash
frame. It's a
frame.
flash frame.
It's a
Yeah,
flash
flash
frame
frame and
fucking.
frame
God.
Yeah.
Yes. All the
Um,
things.
Frankenbite. Everything was good.
I bet you could mix those two terms though.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
that
like this
should be a
whole
thing.
episode is one big orgy. Really, is what's happening.
Oh,
Like,
we should talk about orgy.
oh
So
yeah.
that's a term
yeah.
we use for.
How did we miss that one?
We call that when the snack is ready. And no, that is not true. That's not true. So,
Would anyone care for a martini?
hey, Justin's hinting at the episode link. So,
We're gonna need more of these
Is
episodes.
that your safe word?
yeah. So
It should be.
It should be.
because we're running long on time, I'm gonna save this this stuff for a part 2 TBD in the future, and we will also tease it with martini. And Justin, do you want to say what the martini is?
The martini is the last shot being shot of the day for a film or a show.
I mean, I feel like we need to talk about the Abbey now.
and it's
though,
not.
too.
It's not the last sequence. It's the last setup.
Setup.
It's the
Setup.
Last setup.
Last
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah,
There
like
can
you
be
said,
A
the
shot.
last shot.
Right.
Just for everyone out there listening, if anyone tries to tell you there's a thing called a martini sequence, that
martini with an
is
olive.
no, that doesn't exist either. None
I've
of those
heard- yeah,
exist.
no, they don't
No,
really exist.
They don't. They,
They
don't
shouldn't,
exist.
but they
Martini
happen.
sequence does not exist.
They happen, though.
Also, to your point,
I'm with you. 100%.
union stewards do not like
No, you're
hearing
right.
terms like martini sequence
Martini with
or
2 olives.
this is a series,
Mhm.
because you're really getting into gray areas that are not worth
Right?
talking about right now.
This is just you weren't ready to stop shooting.
I feel like it's
Just
an
say
AD
it.
loophole of sorts, but
Just say you want to keep
Mhm.
going, and we'll be there with
Mhm.
you.
You
But
said
don't
orgy,
tease
and
us
now I'm
with
just
the
hungry.
end.
I know.
We
So-
missed it.
Hey, there's a
So-
party in my
Wrap
mouth and
it up.
everybody's invited.
So to cap it off,
Sorry.
the martini could be a really quick, experience. It could just take. It might just be 1 or 2 takes, right?
Mm. Shaken instead of stirred.
Or it could last another hour and a
Mhm.
half, 2 hours.
That's
through
all
the night.
true.
Yeah.
All true. And people get
Um,
real excited when they hear martini, and it's real disappointing when you're
When
there for another
hours
2
and
hours.
hours go by.
So, with that said,
Ugh.
and Justin's suggestion, we're gonna wrap this up today. But I kind of feel like
We should have
the
martinis.
not, I'm not really a vermouth guy, but whatever.
Very dry.
Apple teeny.
You're ordering that
Just as
yourself.
long as,
I'm
just
not
as, long as
ordering
we're
that.
in the gin world and not the vodka world.
Right. So, we're never gonna go. But I guess to close this up and to tease, we'll talk about it off mic. But maybe what was going to be our final tea time episode for the season, maybe we'll do a part 2 for this, because this
Sounds
What
was,
if you
good to
this
didn't
was
me.
want to
fun.
know about Vaseline filter?
Vaseline filter, putting that on for later.
Oh,
TBD
boy.
teaser for next time.
Mhm.
All right.
Sticks and balls.
Sticks and balls.
Oh,
Oh my God, the
ball,
VFX world. I didn't
ball
even
pass.
It's just
oh my
cute.
God,
It's just
the
I
cute.
know.
ball
I knew this was gonna
pass.
happen.
All right, everybody. Really appreciate your time today and everybody's help here. Thank you for the terms and all of that. Getting us out of here with a little call to action is going to be Heather Ray. Take it away, Heather Ray.
Yes, sir. Hey, film friends, it's your good pal Heather Ray here, and we need your help. And that's not what you think. We want your stories, we want your questions, your problems, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And yes, correct us when you need corrections, which we will need corrections. You can reach us by email at filmfolklorepodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, also at Film Folklore Podcast, on Twitter and X and TikTok at The Film Folk. And if you're only listening to us, you can now see us on YouTube.
Look us up at Film Folklore Podcast. And that's all separate words. Film Folklore Podcast. If you are feeling generous and you want to part with even $1 or $2 to help us keep going, you can donate to our PayPal via our website, filmfolklorepodcast.com, and follow the PayPal link there. Thanks, friends. You're helping us grow. We really appreciate you.